Imagine finding yourself marooned far from home, stripped of wealth, possessions, and security. For many, such a calamity would spark despair, a bitter lament against cruel fortune. Yet for Zeno of Cyprus, this dire situation became the cornerstone of a philosophy that would echo through the ages. Around 300 BCE, Zeno, once a prosperous merchant, lost everything in a shipwreck that stranded him in Athens. With little to occupy his time, he wandered into a local bookshop where the writings of Socrates captivated him. Intrigued, he sought out Athens' greatest thinkers, immersing himself in their wisdom. This pivotal moment birthed Stoicism, a philosophy Zeno crafted as he began teaching his own students. On Stoic wisdom, we explore how this ancient school of thought champions virtue, resilience, and self-mastery, inspiring countless individuals, from philosophers to modern leaders. Stoicism derives its name from the Stoa Poikile, a vibrant public colonnade. In Athens, where Zeno and his followers gathered to debate and reflect, today we often describe someone as stoic for staying calm amid chaos. But this only scratches the surface of Stoicism's depth. Far more than a mindset, it's a framework for living, rooted in the belief that the universe operates through a rational web of cause and effect, which the Stoics called logos. While we may not control external events, we hold power over our responses, choosing to face life's challenges with clarity and purpose. Through Stoic wisdom, we'll uncover how this philosophy encourages us to navigate life's storms with four guiding virtues: practical wisdom, temperance, justice, and courage. These principles don't just shape individuals, they've influenced societies, from ancient Rome to modern movements, offering timeless tools to live with integrity and strength, no matter the circumstances. Stoicism, as explored on Stoic wisdom, isn't merely about staying calm. It's a call to live virtuously in a complex world. The Stoics taught that practical wisdom allows us to approach intricate situations with logic and composure, while temperance fosters self-restraint and balance in all facets of life. Justice, in the Stoic sense, means treating others fairly, even when they've wronged us, and courage isn't reserved for grand heroics but shines in facing daily challenges with honesty and resolve. As Seneca, a prominent Roman Stoic, famously wrote, "To live at times is itself an act of courage." Yet, Stoicism isn't a solitary pursuit. It rejects self-centeredness, emphasizing our shared humanity. In an era when Roman law deemed slaves as mere property, Seneca advocated for their humane treatment, recognizing the universal spark of humanity in all. Stoicism also dismisses passivity. It insists that only those who cultivate virtue within themselves can inspire meaningful change in others. Consider Marcus Aurelius, Rome's philosopher-emperor, whose Stoic principles guided him through 19 years of leadership amid wars and personal tragedies, including the loss of many of his children. Centuries later, his private journals offered solace to Nelson Mandela during his 27-year imprisonment in South Africa's fight for racial equality. On Stoic wisdom, we see how Mandela, upon his release, embodied Stoic ideals by advocating peace and reconciliation, acknowledging that while the past's injustices couldn't be undone, the present offered a chance to build a fairer future. Stoicism's core lies in this balance, mastering oneself to better serve the world, using reason and virtue to transform adversity into opportunity, and finding purpose even in the darkest moments. The legacy of Stoicism, as we share on Stoic wisdom, spans centuries, evolving yet enduring. While it thrived as a formal school in ancient Greece and Rome, its influence persists in modern thought. Christian thinkers like Thomas Aquinas embraced its focus on virtue, finding parallels with their own teachings. Stoic ataraxia, a state of serene tranquility, mirrors the Buddhist concept of nirvana, reflecting a universal quest for inner peace. One of Stoicism's most impactful voices, Epictetus, taught that suffering arises not from events themselves but from our judgments about them. This insight resonates deeply with modern psychology, particularly in practices like rational emotive behavioral therapy, which helps individuals reframe self-defeating thoughts. Similarly, Viktor Frankl's logotherapy, born from his experiences as a concentration camp survivor, draws on Stoic principles, emphasizing that we can infuse our lives with meaning, even in the bleakest moments, by harnessing our will. On Stoic wisdom, we highlight how these ideas remain relevant, offering tools to navigate today's challenges. Stoicism doesn't promise an easy life, but equips us to face it with resilience, clarity, and purpose. Whether it's Marcus Aurelius leading an empire, Mandela forging a path to reconciliation, or modern individuals seeking meaning, Stoicism provides a timeless guide. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and virtues, while letting go of what we cannot. Through Stoic wisdom, we invite you to explore this philosophy, not as a relic of the past, but as a living practice that empowers you to meet life's uncertainties with strength, wisdom, and compassion, building a better self and a better world.